So, you were saying in the Bible, Jesus said,
Yeah.
as you sow, so shall you reap.
So shall reap. That's right.
So you can't sow hatred and anger and strife and hope to have a reward of goodness and blessings, and it just doesn't work that way. I don't know, I guess you could apply it as sow, studying, and reap a good job too. I try to educate people and tell them they need to work hard in school to prepare for the rest of their lives. A lot of people don't get that. I remember teaching as a substitute at Eastside High School in the poor area of town, and a lot of them acted like school was a waste of time for them, and they knew that they were going to have a kind of a dead-end job like their parents. And I tried to impress on them that education really is the way out of poverty more than anything else. I mean, the government can throw money at the problem and try to help poor people, and that's good to an extent, but it's kind of like the old African proverb. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. I mean, we can give people fish. That's not a bad thing.
Juicy.
What?
Juicy.
What?
J-W. Jew.
Jews, yes.
Yeah, just teaching.
I thought that was
Okay.
I thought that was an African proverb. It's not in the book of Proverbs in the Bible. But it's a good saying, though.
Maybe they have no weird. They are weird. Strong weird.
Who, the kids?
No. Africa adults.
What do you mean?
For a long time they have parents, and then
Have no what?
their fathers and mother had grandfather four and four.
What do you mean?
So many fruit and resource. So many fruit and resource. People don't want work.
Well, I'm not an expert on Africa, but I know that there's a lot of hard-working people there.
No.
A lot of, yes. A lot of areas in Africa are pretty war-torn with, a lot of dictators trying to fight to control everyone. And some countries in Africa have a pretty high AIDS rate, HIV/AIDS. Although Africa is a whole continent, I mean, there's a lot of different countries there, and it's not all the same. So Egypt and South Africa are a lot different than Somalia and Sudan. So there's a lot of variation there. Now, in the United States, I've heard that there's stereotypes here in Korea about black people that aren't really true. Although in the United States, not all of them by any stretch of the imagination, but many black people grow up in poor neighborhoods, and the poor neighborhoods, whether you're black, white, Spanish, or whatever, have a lot of drugs and a lot of gang problems.
There's some drug problems.
And one thing is that your position in life in many ways depends on your education. And your education in many ways depends on where you grew up and how much your parents encouraged you. So there is a bit of a cycle there. And I was teaching the students at Bullo, and I asked them, where is Jamaica? And many of them said, Anyway, I was teaching the kids at Bullo Middle School, and I asked them, where is Jamaica? A lot of them said, Africa, because they know a lot of black people live there. But it's not Africa, it's in the Caribbean Sea, in between North and South America. But there are a lot of black people there, and many of them are the descendants of slaves who were taken from Africa and brought to Jamaica and made to work. You know, and like in the United States, slavery ended with the Civil War, but there were laws of discrimination against black people for 100 years after that. So
discrimination is very